Oh, missed him. Ah, missed him. Now this is what I love. Look at this. I just pedal backwards. I'm gonna grab my little general. I have a general tied on here. Hey, today we're going to do a show in South Georgia. And look at me, you'd never know it's February. So today we're gonna be fishing. I got a brand new Old Town Predator kayak with a pedal system. I'm really anxious to try it out. Never had it in the water before. So today we're gonna be in a kayak in South Georgia, and it's gonna be a great day. We got overcast forecast, gonna be like 80 degrees today. So how incredible is that? He hit the general. I'm excited, you can already tell. I'm dressed for the occasion, I'm ready to go. So you stay with us, I'm Hank Parker. Hey, man, I'm in my little Predator, first time ever. I just got in. I can't believe how stable it is and how easy it was to get in. For kayak, a lot of times they rock pretty bad for a guy my size. You know, I'm not petite. I'm in that XL category. So I was pretty amazed at how easy it was to get in and how stable it is. So we're going to go this morning. Got overcast conditions. I got my little hummingbird on there. My water temperature this morning is 61.7 degrees Fahrenheit. We're in 0.6 feet of water right here. So pretty cool. Never had that on a kayak before. Done a lot of kayak fishing, but I have never sat in a kayak that's more comfortable so far than what this Predator is. So I'll give a full report as the day goes on. But I'm all excited and we're here and ready to rock and roll. And I'm gonna paddle out of this shallow water and I'm gonna put my PDL drive down and we're gonna go fishing. I like it. There's fish. Likes it. Oh, look at here, right off the bat. Look at here, right off the bat. I done caught a giant. Whoo, look at that. How about that? First fish out of the old Predator, and what a giant. Look at that big fat fish. Ah, what a pretty fish. Old spinner bug, how about that? Look at that thing. That is awesome. Very first fish out of the old Predator. Oh, I missed him. He ate it up too. I shouldn't have missed him. My bad, up there shallow. I'm gonna grab my little general. I'm gonna go right back with this general. Look at that. He hit that general. He hit the old general after I missed him. Look at that, that's a good fish too. Ooh, look at here, say, ah. How about that on the old general? He hit that spinnerbait and didn't get it. That is a great fish. Then he hit the general. But I got me one, didn't I? Between Old Town and Ocean, they have so many different models. I looked at a lot of different models. They got a new model out now, but I'll tell you, this Predator, I don't know how you're gonna beat it. I really, out of every kayak I've ever fished out of in my life, I like it better than anything I've ever sat in. I love this pedal system. You can just back up just like that and stop. Before, I didn't have that capability. For years, we didn't have reverse, and then they came out with a reverse in the old kayaks I used to use, but you have to pull a big old lever. Hello, buddy. Can't believe the first fish I caught was a bigger fish. Now they're getting smaller. But I won't do too much complaining. Another thing I noticed on this Predator too, right off the bat, is the rudder is bigger. So it turns it responds faster and quicker and easier. The steering, I missed him. Let me tell you what we got going on today. They are hitting this Hank Parker spinner bug, and some of them are eating it, and some of them are not. Oh, I missed him again. How about that 2 strikes? I did this once before. So anytime you have that situation, Berkley makes a bait called a General. This little thing is awesome. It's got max scent, so they love, I hate the way it smells, but the bass love it. And I hate the way it tastes, but the bass love it. How about 3 strikes? I'm out, baseball. But you rig that little General with just on a hook, no weight, and that's all you got. And when that fish hits that spinnerbait and you see that swirl and you didn't put metal in him, no hook in him, throw that General back and it'll cash in. And today, that is working for us big time. 3 strikes, you're out. 4 strikes. 4 strikes. 4 strikes. Look at that rascal pull. Yeah. Now, did you see how close I was to that fish? I mean, I'm talking about I was right on his head. Didn't seem to bother him. Didn't seem to bother him at all. I was right on his head. That old General come back on him. When you miss a fish on a spinnerbait, ooh, there's a bigger one. Oh, I missed him. Golly. And you're close to that fish. If you'll take that General and throw behind it instead of throwing that spinnerbait back and getting him to follow it right up to the boat the second time, a lot of times you catch him. And he gave me 3 opportunities on the General. That's pretty special. He was a very nice fish. I really appreciate that. I got him where I can get to my rods pretty quick. You think being in a little compact boat, you wouldn't be able to respond that quick. Pretty good.
Hank's Show is brought to you in part by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury Marine, go boldly. This portion of Hank's Show is brought to you by Berkley. Catch more fish. Now it's time for Hank's Tip of the Day.
Another thing that, we've had a power lizard forever, and ours was a good lizard. Well, in playing around in the lab, we figured out a way to make it better. And that's all this is just a better power lizard. The body's not too different. The normal type head, decent body in the back for the hook. But you'll notice the legs, they got a little extra curl to them. What that does is 98% of the time you're throwing a lizard on a Carolina rig. The only other time you really throw one is on a bed, right? And what happens with these curly legs is when you just barely turn the crank of your handle, those legs, they kick. If your legs ain't moving, it don't look real, right? So these legs make that thing look real. We changed the tail up from a regular power lizard just a little bit, put that little extra hook on the end tail.
Yep.
So it just extra action, that's all it is.
That is a really good looking lizard. I like that. I like the profile. To me, that is important. I know the swimming legs are probably going to be really important, but to me, what catches me right off the bat on this lizard is the profile, and I like the longer tail.
Yep. So the power worm's been around since, you know, the advent of man, and this is a 7-inch.
Hey, that's what changed the world right there, is the bait that rocked the world.
It's true. Old Barry Day. Do you remember Barry?
I remember Barry really well. Great friend of mine.
Barry went around the country and told everyone that this worm was better than every other worm on the market. And he was right, and he knew it. And it put power bait on the map.
Oh, it rocked the world, man. Everybody that was trying them was saying, God, can you believe how long that fish holds them? You can go to sleep and catch a fish.
Yeah, you probably could. We actually came out with a different size of the power worm too. Made one just a little bit bigger, an 8-inch.
Oh, I like
so
an 8.
Between the 7 and the 10, and it's just a.
All right, this is the 7. We don't have an 8 with us.
No, we didn't have it yet.
We got this power bait now in an 8-inch. I like that.
And again, back to some basics, the old power hog. This thing, so we did change this up a little bit. You remember the old power hog,
I do,
right?
I remember it well.
And this was probably Berkeley's #1 flipping bait we had for many years. You got to pull the tails apart again, but we do that so they don't get kinked in the bag. We do that for all the anglers out there, so they got a good bait to fish every time. What you'll notice is we changed these things up, put these little clubs on them, and added some ribs, just like we have been. We did take this body and shorten it a little bit. You can still get a 4.0 or a 5.0 in there.
Yeah, I see that.
But by shortening a little bit, it allowed us to have more leg, and that leg adds the action. So again, we just took what we had and made it just a touch better.
Well, that will help me a lot, and it will save me money from buying certs or lifesavers on my way home, because I always bite the tail off of them. And power bait will give you bad breath. I'll just go on record and tell you that. Power bait will give you bad breath. So when I got home and I'm gonna give Miss Martha a kiss coming home, I had to have some lifesavers. So now I won't have to bite the head off. You got the body length right.
Yeah, maybe we'll flavor some like spearmint or something just for you if need be.
Turn my little rudder, get in perfect position. I'm learning a lot as I go. You can actually use these pedals and your rudder in coordination with steering and getting the boat position better than I've ever been able to do before. I'm really learning more about it as I go. Just starting to back up. Not necessarily when I want to stop, but just to turn different. These high school fishing kids are great for our sport. And a lot of them are starting out at 12 and 13 years old. And buddy, this is a boat that would be fantastic. I mean, a lot of the backwaters on public lakes, private water. There he is. Oh, I missed him, golly bum. Now watch this, I can just pedal backwards. Don't panic, get your general. Cast your general in there. He might have felt a little too much hook. And he might not have. He might not have. He might not have. Hello, big guy. How about that? They're hitting that spinnerbait and not taking it. But you come back with that little Berkeley General and they'll eat it. Isn't that incredible? Great fish. Hello, big boy. You know, one of the reasons a spinnerbait is such a good bait to use in the spring of the year when the water's warming, fish tend to suspend up off the bottom. So they may be on the bottom or they may be right under the surface. And so you can cover a variety of the water column with a spinnerbait. You can fish it slow down on the bottom in the bushes right there at us, or you can rip it and make a ripple right on the surface. Once you kind of figure out where those fish are hanging out, a lot of times a day I'll throw it up there by a tree and pull it up next to the surface, and I get it right there by that tree. I just let it fade down with the blades turning just enough pressure. Boom, that's when they'll hit it. So that is a great bait in the spring because you can cover the water column from top to bottom. Spinner bug. Man, we have caught some big fish today out of the old Predator Kayak. Come on. I am not enjoying this. Woo, doggies. Come on. Man alive. How about that? Well, I'm gonna tell you what, we got about maybe an hour or so to fish, probably 35 minutes. I got a speaking engagement tonight, so I'm gonna put the old spinner bug down, finish up with the old pit balls. The sun's just popped out. I know my white winterly legs are shining. But we'll finish up. What a great day we've had. Golly bum, I've had a ball. I love my new Predator. It is really a hoot. Stable, maneuvers, the pedals, I love it. What a great, great system this is. I would have never believed, came off, how much difference it is, but it is the finest kayak I've ever set my shiny honey in, and I've been in some good ones. Look right there, first cast. As soon as I threw in there, that pit ball. Let's go strong. Look at that rise.
Hank's show is made possible in part by Luz. Feel the difference. And by Minn Kota. Soft Science, Solar Bat, and Talon.
Got something that's got shoulders and he's got me in this tree. Ran down here and got me in the tree. Oh yeah. Don't get in my drive. Don't get in my drive, buddy. How about that? Look at that. Catching a bass like that is an awesome deal. On a day where we've already caught 5 or 6 like that, that is a more awesome deal. And we came out here to fish out of the old Predator Kayak for the first time. And what an incredible day it's been. It has been way above my expectations. Got beautiful hot weather. Sun just now's popped out. We're fixing to finish up. Yeah! This is crazy. Absolutely crazy fun. Come here, buddy. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that one. Oh, that is the big fish of the day. Now we're gonna let her go. Gonna let her go back into the ocean. Look at her. Bye-bye, girl. That is an awesome feeling. I used to never do that. If I caught a bass over 8 or 9 pounds, he went on the wall. Of course, that's been a few years back. I forget, I'm 25, so probably 40 years ago. Time flies. Well, what an incredible show we've had. I've tried to close it twice already, but it's hard to quit. But I've got a speaking engagement, and so we're gonna load up the old Kayak, the old town Predator. And we're gonna load up the little Ranger boat we had down here for camera boat. And I'm gonna say goodbye to my buddy Jared Lott, and I'm gonna go speak. But what a day we've had. South Georgia, beautiful, beautiful weather, high water, all worked out, enjoyed it. Hope you had a ball, because I had a truly ball. God bless you. I'll see you next week. I'm Hank Parker. Woo!
And don't forget to visit us at hankparker.com, the place for tips, giveaways, and more.
The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at? Gone fishing.